Oh, hey there. Excuse me. I'm eating some cake. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Oh, okay. Now I can talk to you. I like cake, and I know that you like cake too. I'd offer you this piece of cake, but it would be a little bit hard for me to give it to you, don't you think? But I know that it would be hard for you to say no to a piece of cake, right? Who can say no to a piece of cake? It's just good stuff, isn't it? Why is it so easy to like a piece of cake? Well, it's sweet, it's good. It reminds us of birthday parties and other activities like that. It's just good stuff. Hey, did you ever hear the phrase like a piece of cake or it's a piece of cake? Yeah, maybe some of you have used that phrase. Well, what exactly does a piece of cake, that phrase, mean? Well, if something is a piece of cake, we're saying that it's very easy to do. It's an easy task or an accomplishment. Like this, I thought I was going to fail the test, but it turned out to be a piece of cake. Or somebody could say this, after climbing mountains in the Swiss Alps, climbing hills in Lancaster County is a piece of cake, right? Or somebody could say this, taking photos should be a piece of cake with my new camera. So, meaning that things can be pretty easy is what we mean when we say it's a piece of cake. So, now, where did this phrase piece of cake come from? Well, the idea of something being easy or a piece of cake actually originated in the 1870s when cakes were given out as prizes for winning competitions. In particular, there was this tradition in the southern states of the United States, the slave states at that time, where slaves would circle around a cake at a gathering and they would walk around or dance around, and the most graceful pair would then win the cake that was displayed in the middle. And it was easy to do. All they had to do was walk around. So, from this practice, the term cakewalk or a piece of cake came into being, both which meant something was easy to accomplish. Now, there are some celebrations and gatherings where cakewalks are still included as a part of the celebration, and it's from that tradition. And typically, the couple is chosen to get the cake. All they're doing is walking around. So that's a piece of cake. You know, um, days that are like pieces of cake or easy days are fun, aren't they? I like easy days, days that aren't too hard, days that aren't filled with challenges, but where we just sort of glide along. And we celebrate those days when we have them. Now, we know that not every day is a piece of cake. Not every day is an easy day. However, we should always be thankful for the good days and the days that aren't so good. But Psalm 107, verse 1 says, give thanks to the Lord because he is good. His faithful love endures forever, or it continues forever, no matter what kind of a day we have. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks no matter what happens. God wants you to thank him because you believe in Jesus Christ. So my encouragement to you is no matter what happens on easy days or hard days is to give thanks to God. And you do know, I hope, that on hard days we can talk to God about them. Psalm 50 verse 15 says, call out to me, God says, when trouble comes, and I will save you, and you will honor me. One of our favorite verses that many of you know is from Proverbs 3, where it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. In all your ways, obey him, and then he will make your path smooth and straight. Do you know that God has our days? He holds each of our days in his hands. Days that are like a piece of cake, very easy, and days that may not be as easy. But I want you to remember that every day God is working in you and through you. Romans 8:28 says, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. On days that are easy as cake, or on days that are harder that we may struggle with. But God is working in us. He's with us. He holds us. He keeps us. He directs us. So you know what? I'm going to wish for you today a day filled with good things. I hope it's a day that's as easy as cake. It's like a piece of cake. Um, but if not, if it's a harder day, I hope that you can see God in it and that you will depend on him for your help. So wishing you a day filled with peace, A day filled with joy and maybe a day filled with cake. Mm. Like cake. Love cake. Yeah. Mm.